So the Adelaide 36ers took down the Phoenix Suns just a couple of days ago, and it stands as more proof that the rest of the world is catching up to the NBA. There is a ton of talent in the NBL, the National Basketball League of Australia, Kai Soto included. Now, the 36ers played really well, and Kai Soto only came off of the bench. He actually only played 18 minutes, so he isn't the biggest factor of that game. But in today's video, we're going to specifically talk about Kai Soto. Kai Soto is a really enticing potential generational basketball talent. Just turned 20 this past May. What it's going to boil down to, and this is something we talked about on my live show before the game against the Suns, is how much are they going to unleash Kai? Kai is a 7'2" prospect from the Philippines. His dad, very successful in the PBA. His uncle, very, very successful in the PBA. So he comes from a lineage with really good basketball players. And with Kai being super young, very raw, needs a lot of work on the defensive end, even needs some work on the rebounding end, his potential is through the roof. And at one point, I suspect he will come to the NBA. A lot of people, myself included, were talking about the possibility of him even getting drafted last year in this last year's NBA draft. But his agent, himself, everybody decided it's just too soon. And he's sticking it out with the Adelaide 36ers, apologies. I should cover more NBL on this channel. One thing that really happens every summer is you have a player come from the NBL, or you have a handful of players come from the NBL that either get signed or they get drafted or what have you, and you do a little bit of dive, you do a little bit of research, watch a little tape on these guys, and they're really freaking good. You know, Craig Randall, 35 points. He absolutely cooked. But like I said, today's video, we're talking just purely about Kai Soto. If you want more videos on the NBL, go ahead, drop them down below. But Kai Soto, in just 18 minutes, shot 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from downtown, a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He finished with 11 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals, also with 2 turnovers, but he finished as a plus 11. Now, the 36ers are actually quite deeper than some would imagine. Kai Soto was the best player off of the bench. He was the best player off of the bench. One thing that it's going to boil down to is how much are they going to play him. Now, I'm not a huge fan of speculation, but if you're the 36ers, and let's go back to last season, Kai Soto's first season in the NBL, well, he barely played. In fact, he barely played, and there's speculation in the comments or on Reddit or on Twitter or what have you that, you know, the NBL, the 36ers aren't playing him because they want to retain him because he brings in so many fans from the Philippines. The Philippines show Kai Soto so much love. It's really inspiring, and it's a really cool story. If you're watching this live from the Philippines, go ahead, drop a comment down below because it's super cool. It's super, super cool. So Kai Soto, are they not playing him because he's 19 years old last season, or are they not playing him because they know he's really good, and if he gets scouted from the NBA and the team drafts him or signs him or what have you, then you lose him, you lose out on that money, you lose out on all those fans, all those people traveling from the Philippines, etc., etc. I don't think it's that crazy. What I think it's more so is he's turned 20 in May. So seeing Kai Soto actually play 18 minutes, almost 20 minutes against the Phoenix Suns, I know it's just a NBA preseason basketball game, but this is a game that means a lot to these guys, to the 36ers. This is a big game. You're on a big scale, and you're playing the frickin' Phoenix Suns. You're playing a team that was just in the NBA Finals only 2 seasons ago. So the fact that Kai Soto finished around 7th and 8th in the rotation as far as minutes go, that has me hopeful for this upcoming season with the 36ers. I don't think we'll see sub 10-minute average by Kai Soto anymore. He's good enough to play over 15 minutes, as raw as he is, as much as he needs to work on the defensive end and on the rebounding end, he's still playable. You need to get him more reps. And the only way he can really improve real time is to give him these reps. So I loved seeing Kai Soto. I thought on offense, he plays with a certain patience that you see from a lot of guys who come over maybe from the EuroLeague or from the NBL, guys like, Josh Giddey recently. Luka Doncic. He just plays with this certain patience and high basketball IQ. You can tell he knows where to be. And the first two clips of this on this video kind of demonstrate that, where he's just in the right place at the right time. His guard's doing some work. His matchup starts to give a little bit of help, a little bit of rim protection. He kind of sneaks back on a different side on a nice angle to the basket, gets the ball, throws it up for a hammer. We saw he can pass the ball. We saw he can still rebound. He's not a crazy rim protector, and he's not a crazy defender quite yet, but at 7'2", some people would argue he's 7'3" and still growing. So, he's 7'2". He'll get you some blocks. He'll get you some rebounds. It's just going to come. Right? It's just going to come. He's still super raw. So that's it for Kai Sotto. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit that sub button for daily NBA content. If you want more Kai Sotto content, if you want some more NBL content, go ahead, show some love down below. Let's try and hit 100 likes on today's video. Appreciate you guys. And leave your first impression or last impression if you've seen Kai Sotto play. Just leave your impression of Kai Sotto down below. Peace.